Alright, nothing to see, just some stress testing. After watching the Sim Hanger Mark VR optimizing settings video, and I didn't know I can turn off the mirror, and that's of course logically that's generating a lot of pictures, so that must impact frame rates a lot, and it did. And so thank you, Mark, if you watch this. It's amazing. I jumped like 10 frames after I upgraded my AMD graphical card driver, so I can also use smart access memory or the resizable bar option. I got a huge performance improvement, and now with these settings extra, I was getting, like, in the first time I flew over New York, I was getting 50. Read my lips if you can do it with my 50 frames per second I was getting in my VR headset of the G2. That's amazing. And at the moment I had my render scale set to 85. I put it to 100. It gets more clear in the cockpit, but it's more than doable like this. But I did dial it back down to 90 because it does give me too much stutter when I look too close to the building in the corner here. It stuttered way too much. I see a little bit of micro stutter, that much, because my motion projection is disabled. I hate that thing. Like, you tell me if your computer can't take it or your graphical card, you have to enable it. No, thank you. Everything gets too blurry. The prop, the wings, like you say, I cannot stand that. It has to be crystal sharp how I'm looking at my plane and the surroundings. And it's fluid. I'm gonna go take a peek at my performance. See, I don't crash here. I'm getting 49 frames per second, 47, and I'm in New York. Come on. 46. That is just freaking amazing. So thanks, Mark, for that hint. I didn't know if you set that setting to optimize performance, that turns off the mirror, because I never use that to stream. I was recording my VR eyes. I do have to find a way to do it better. Then I just fly 2D instead of VR if I want to record something. But this is just a stress test. An AMD came with, again, a newer driver. Maybe that also improved even more than it already did. So Steve, VR Flight Sim guy, if you're watching, test your AMD system again with that option enabled if it's not already enabled, because for me, huge improvements. And I'm using an RDNA 1 card, so it's an RX 5700 XT1, so it's ancient, it's 2 years old already, and it's coping it. My settings are really high, and I'm over New York. I'm using Samsung. It's a payware to make New York perfect, actual. It does help improvements of frame rates also, because it's a mixture of photogrammetry and the detailed work of Samsung. But New York is really nice now, but it's still a big stress test. And I must say, it's amazing. Haha, Sparky moves. It's fluid, smooth. If I look a little bit to the sides and close to the buildings, then I see a little micro stutter, a little bit, because I did dial it up from 85 to 90 render scale settings. If I set it to 100, it's still doable, but then I see a little bit too much stuttering. And I think the little stutter I do see, if I set it to 85, that also goes away a little bit better, but this is doable. As long as I look forward, And my pre-caching is also set to ultra now. That has been introduced with the hotfix after World Update 7. Wow. Love this. If this was real life, people would be in full panic mode. Flying. They don't like seaplane flying this low in New York. 9/11 is way too much still in their memories. Everybody's memories for that instance. Look at this. Also a nice showcase again for Samsung of New York, because it's just bloody amazing. There's a new building in the distance with the memorial, which I will fly over, and then towards the Statue of Liberty. Whoa, well, there's a lot of turbulence. There's another plane there. Oof. They're going crazy. This live weather. That's why I did buy this, because if it's too dark in Europe, I go fly here, or in the Caribbeans, in Hawaii or St. Martin's. This is amazing. So with the system I'm having now, core CPU, Ryzen 9 5900X, and everything is top notch except the graphical card. But I can do the waiting game and see what happens. Ethereum is dropping, the Bitcoin thing, which uses the GPU, so that's the main reason the prices are crazy. Let's hope they stabilize, and maybe even wait longer for the RTX 4090 or the RDNA 3. And all these boats is amazing. That's the free one, not the one from Orbix. Adds these boats and pleasure boats, and they're moving. It makes it so realistic and immersive. Some of these tugboats or boats are actually moving. It's amazing. Statue of Liberty. There's a lot of plane there. Freedom, high five. I'm like slapping her hand now. What is this crazy person doing there? Playing around. That's the new building there, with the memorial down there. Right there below. Ooh, look at the turbulence. It's amazing. I never really couldn't imagine I was gonna be able to do this like 5 years ago or something like this. Crazy. Love it. Beautiful bridges. There's so much details that go into that, of recreating New York the way it is really today. Alright, let's go land and call it an evening, because I didn't eat for dinner yet and I'm hungry. That's low and slow. Alright, there's an airport back there. Let's land. Have to ask permission. I think it's in my original flight path, I think. Yeah, it is. Beautiful. I think it's Newark, the closest.
Newark Tower, November 247 Victor Delta is 5 miles east 300 feet with Quebec to land.
QER.
November 247 Victor Delta, Newark Tower. QNH 30.05 wind 154.15. Make straight in runway 29er.
Newark,
Make
yep.
straight in runway 29er 7 Victor Delta.
29er. Where is the airport? Let's me take a look.
Clear to land runway 29er.
29er.
Clear to land runway 29er 7 Victor Delta.
29er. It's on the right. Oh, is this one? I think it is. Clear to runway 29. Flaps fully extended. And slow down, I'm going way too fast. Let's cheat a little bit. Or see if side slipping. I'm not having that trick on my belt yet. The runway is more than big enough and long enough, I mean. Ooh, bounce, sorry. Alright. Rudder control! Running off a little bit of the runway. Jesus. I'm wearing out my tires. Okay, let's take the next runway, taxiway I mean. I'm just gonna park somewhere and call it a day. Everything clear? Yep. Oh, there's a little jet also. Let's park next to a spit or an F-15. Nah, speed. Yeah, flaps can go back. Whoa! Don't crash into me. If I had a horn, I'd go honk it. Well, that's a beautiful speed. Wow. Hey, buddy. I love your bird. I think is that a flying iron one? Yeah, I think so. Oh. What happened? Did I run out of fuel? Did I cut it that close? Really? Ah, this I'll have to check. No, 39%. So why did she stall? Master warning. She's broke. Nope. I guess you have to play with the throttle. Or have to switch tanks. Yeah, maybe. That's okay. Turn everything off. Thank you for flying. Love my system. Thank you AMD and especially Mark, the VR flight sim guy, showing me to the video of him. Not that I don't know him, but he did point it out on his Discord group and I go watch it and I found that setting and it helps a lot. So thank you Mark. Bye bye.